Hi, I'm Chantale Boileau with the Barrie Public Library. I'm our business librarian, and I'm here to talk about library resources available to entrepreneurs. And thank you to the Chamber for inviting me to talk today. So what can the library offer you? For entrepreneurs, we offer information on market research as well as business planning, as well as offering business services. The library can help you with market research using SimplyAnalytics, as well as tracking business trends through some of our databases and some of our books as well. You can access business plan templates and sample plans as well. We offer self-directed learning courses through lynda.com as well as Universal Class. We also offer business planning and learning lab programs offered in partnership with the Small Business Center. We can also help you figure out which library card is right for you. To start, we have our Business Plans Handbook. This is 47 volumes of sample business plans, mainly focused on manufacturing, retail, and service industries. It's a remote version. You can access this with your library card and pin from home. This one's useful because if you aren't sure exactly what to put in different pieces of your business plan, looking at these samples will give you ideas onto what goes in each section. Gale Small Business Builder is a resource to help you build your business plan. It's a great template. It's available for businesses as well as nonprofits. They have two different templates for that. It's self-guided, step-by-step. There's guide me tips. It walks you right through. You click in the box and it gives you suggestions with pop-ups sometimes as to what to fill in each section, as well as offering even not just examples as well as to what to put in those sections. Gale Small Business Builder isn't just for the new business, it's also for established businesses as well. This one you can also access remotely from home. So having a look inside Gale Small Business Builder, they have business ideation, business plan building. You can develop your entrepreneur profile as well. There's even break-even analysis, financial projections, and you can update these anytime you like as well. A great feature is that you can share them with a mentor as well. So under the person icon, you can actually choose to share this with someone, even a business partner, or someone, say like Dave Hyde from the Small Business Center. He's listed as a mentor here. So getting started with a business plan, how can we help? For your market research portion, we can assist your business plan when you're starting out or growing your business. For business trends, we have various databases that you can track either through email alert or RSS feed to keep track of trends in your field. As well, we offer various magazines and newspapers. SimplyAnalytics, so I've been talking a lot about this market research database. What is it exactly? You can use it to find as well as grow clients. So identify new or existing target markets, finding out where they live, where they like to shop, how much they spend, where they like to eat, their income, as well as their family makeup. SimplyAnalytics is normally available during library hours and then remotely outside of those library hours. Right now, you can access it 24/7 from home temporarily. We always recommend that you create a library account. So I have that highlighted there. It's just going to prompt you for an email, and to create a password, it sends you a link to your email. You click on that, accept, and you can log in. You do not need a library card to create a SimplyAnalytics account. However, you do need a library card to access SimplyAnalytics remotely. Should you need help with research, do reach out to me and I can help you with that research if you don't qualify for a library card. You can use SimplyAnalytics with a library computer when we have the library open and during library hours, or a personal laptop or tablet. I do recommend a computer, just the screen's bigger. There's 5 access points. So if you find that you're not getting in, it could just be that someone we've capped out. We generally don't have many people vying for market research time, so we don't really run into anyone not being able to log in. In terms of how to access it, it is written down there how you can find it through our library website, through our digital library, and there's a business research option there. What kind of information does SimplyAnalytics use for their data? They use Statistics Canada information. You'll see that the most recent 2016 census is there. They also use the quarterly demographic estimates from StatsCan. This is data based on census administrative files, surveys, and other sources, as well as the survey of household spending. This one contains data on how people spend their money and what they spend their money on. The business statistics are updated monthly from Dun & Bradstreet, Canada's business directory. Download limits. There are limits, so it is important to have an account and not use the guest account because someone may have maxed out the downloads for the guest account. Creating an account also enables you to save your information. You don't even need to hit save, it just automatically saves it. So data about a customer like myself, that there are daily, weekly, and monthly downloads for, as well as annual. For business data, there's a maximum number of businesses that you can download per export, per week, or per year. For maps, there are no limits because you would have to send yourself a lot of maps. So you want to be a bit more tailored and focused with the maps you choose to send yourself. SimplyAnalytics. To start your research, you can create maps as well as spreadsheets with SimplyAnalytics. As well, so you can create spreadsheets about customers, but also about businesses. The search screen for SimplyAnalytics, they have their left-hand menu, and that piece right there is your search area. So you can search by location, by customer data, and by businesses. For location, you really do start there. You can't start a search without having a location. In the middle of the map, you're going to see it's all color coded. So we have a legend that reflects different data. In this case, it's looking at households by income. And you can see the areas that are darker that have a higher household income. The more you zoom in on the map, you will be able to see street level. On the right hand, this would be your search result, so your map search result. And once we create a business search, the business search would be on the right hand side there as well. And your top drop down menus here, where the 3 is, that's Barrie, so you're going to see your location there. You are able to export as well. And you can rename your projects as well. So this doesn't need to stay as new project. You can actually rename it to be as specific as you like. And you can email or save to your computer. So zooming in, you can see those streets. And here, those yellow dots are businesses that we've mapped. And you can see the information specifically about that business as well. When you're searching for a business, key pieces that you're going to be able to draw from that report are company name, contact information, address, sales volume, number of employees as well. And you can search by a keyword as well. So if you are just interested in searching for florist shops, you can search for florist shops. So this is a sample business report. You're going to see how I'd mentioned over there that your search results for businesses. So you can jump between your maps or your businesses. This is where you're going to find that key sales volume information, as well as number of employees and years that the year that that business started as well. With SimplyAnalytics, you can only look at one location at a time. You are able to look across Canada at a specific province. You can look at a city, you can look at a county, you can even look at postal codes. You can only look at one piece of data on a map at a time. You can look at my age, but not also at my income at the same time on any given map. So we're going to look at a demo at this time. So for SimplyAnalytics, I'd mentioned from our barrielibrary.ca website, under Digital Library, Research, and Business, that's where you'll find our database for SimplyAnalytics. It's an alphabetical listing. So scrolling down, you'll see it's at the bottom. Anything with open is something that you can access from home. SimplyAnalytics is listed here. We do have some videos as well as printable guides to help you as well along the way. Selecting that, you will be prompted to enter your library card as well as your PIN to log in from home. When in the library, it won't prompt you for this. So as I recommended, always creating an account, or you can log into your own account. Today, I'm just going to log in as a guest just so we can see what that looks like. It does load a screen with a tutorial that you can follow along, just a very basic idea of how the program works. We'll skip that tour today since I'm going to just give you that quick tour. One of the things I always like to point out is that Barrie comes up when you do search for Barrie. You're going to see two listings. So Census Metro Area, which is Barrie, Springwater, and Innisfil, and Barrie, the subdivision. So we do want the smaller acronym for Barrie proper. If you're looking for Simcoe County, this is one of those other glitches that Simcoe, Ontario, yes, there is a town. This is the county. So you'll find with counties that often they cut off part of it. So I am able to search different places if I like, or I can just search one and add other locations as I go. It's going to give you some seed variables to start, so we can create a project with those or without them. Over here under data, this is information about me as a customer. You can look at my age, gender, income, race and ethnicity, jobs and employment, language, households, family type and marital status, as well as my consumer behavior. So this is my shopping. Anything from spending on cell phones to telephones, to children, general consumer spending, spending on entertainment and leisure, financial services, food and beverage, where do I like to eat, health and beauty, where do I spend my money there, how do I spend my money on my home and upkeep there, insurance, lifestyle, those are all the vices, miscellaneous are things that just don't fall in those other categories, so worth a look, pets, shopping and apparel, and transportation. Data search over here, you can type in a keyword that you're looking for and it will pull up all the results. So to choose something, you'll want to hone in on numbers or percentages. So just keeping in mind that you always want that piece of data to speak about consistently. So you don't want to speak about numbers and compare them to percentages for data sets. So make sure that you're speaking about one specifically. You can always view the metadata to see where this information is coming from specifically. I always recommend adding to favorites. Adding to a favorite means you can find this later on, no matter what type of search you're doing. So that right-hand side of the menu that we saw, you can always quickly add different data to your searches that way. You can use the sliders to limit. So once we've got a key piece of data, we can add it. So let's also look at consumer behavior. So if we wanted to look at my spending, we could look at how much I spend on healthcare. Once it's been checked, you're going to see that in the background there, it starts to populate. And this is what we were looking at earlier, that map. And you can really just double click and zoom in or use the sliders. Comparison table looks at the data across those different areas. This is a great comparator if you are looking to expand your business or grow it and you aren't sure where you should set up next. This gives you that information to make those comparisons, and you can keep adding different data sets there. You can jump back to your map if you need. And that extra piece that we wanted to look at is those business categories. So say I am wanting to figure out who my competition is for department stores. Everything's going to be mapped out, so those little business dots that you can hover over, and a spreadsheet is automatically created as well. And this is where I can look at company names, as well as sales volume and number of employees. These comparisons are great because you can see when a business started, how long they've been in business to make that typical sales volume each year, and to get to that point where they have those many employees. So you can, again, export things by email, and there's this little slider here that allows you to export. So SimplyAnalytics is a great tool. It can be overwhelming, which is why I always invite people to book a tech one-on-one with me if they like. Some of the other resources that the library offers, we have Grant Connect for nonprofits. This is a great tool that normally you would have to pay money for. It gives you access to over 3,000 Canadian grant-making foundations and 400 corporations, government funding programs, and US foundations that support Canadian not-for-profits. This one is typically only available in the library. Right now, we do have access remotely as well. Law Depot for libraries. This actually has a business component to it. So you can access business forms, contracts. Even if you don't want to use them and you have a lawyer, if someone presents you with a business contract, you can always just pop in here just to see if everything that you think should be in that contract is there or not. And this one you do have remote access as well. I'd mentioned earlier that we have free business courses, so 24/7 access as well. You can email teachers through both of these courses. So lynda.com is very technical focused. Universal Class has technical, but then also soft skills as well. So you can grow as an individual and also as a business owner. A lot of courses in here you may find useful for your employees too, for core development, for things even just mental health units as well. So all sorts of information there to take advantage of that's free through the library. One great thing is you can keep track of trends in your field through our digital magazines and newspapers. We have Press Reader, which allows you to access newspapers in multiple languages and across the world, so not just Canadian focused. Magazines, you'll see that there's lots of business ones there. Forbes, Fast Company, Flipster is another company that we have, and they offer Fortune, among others. RB Digital is another great resource, and they have Market Watch available there. So library savings. We have a business webpage as well as databases. Library catalog, you can search virtual resources as well. So we have ebooks, e-audio, as well as print resources that you can access. On the go, I always find the virtual resources are great. I can be listening to an audiobook and doing something else. Multitasking, just great. Information Barrie, this is our Canada 211 directory for the library. You can actually find networking opportunities locally for entrepreneurs and support groups. As well, you can use this database business to business. So if you're trying to reach out to nonprofits, SimplyAnalytics may not list them, but here that's the perfect tool for you to come in and find contact information for those businesses to reach out to, or if you're a nonprofit, to find your competition. Services. Virtual tech coach we offer through the library, as well as basic technology help. So if you are trying to figure out social media and haven't used it ever, you can book a tech coach with us or attend one of our courses that we offer as well. So right now I will show you a quick demo of our library website. Some of the resources that I'd mentioned previously, so our business plan handbook is just listed here. Some of those databases that I suggested you might be able to do email alerts from or RSS feed alerts from. So EBSCO, Gale Business Plan Builder. This one is for creating templates that we discussed. Gale Power Search, again, an opportunity to track trends by email or RSS alerts. If you're doing business abroad, you can use Global Road Warrior for cultural entrepreneurship, so you can get an idea of how to do business in another culture. Grant Connect is listed there. Our Information Barrie database, Law Depot, Lynda, LinkedIn, Press Reader, Universal Class, and SimplyAnalytics. At the top under Community and Community Services is where we have our business website. This one's great. You'll find our Book a Business 1-to-1 with me, how to get a card, other services we offer, and the digital library, which will link you right to that business page too if you want to get to it that way. Our online calendar does list our business programs that I mentioned we run with the Small Business Center. And the community information database is listed there as well. A lot of great resources are listed here for websites outside of the library, but that we've curated and that we recommend. I've taken a lot of these resources from colleges or universities or business schools, and locally as well, there are resources. So great tools to have a look at, anything from companies to local resources, marketing and news sources, research and statistics, and small business and business plans. Local resources, we do have a great list of different resources you can use. The City of Barrie's Geo Hub for mapping, the Small Business Center, Henry Bernick, Sandbox are all listed here. And then a few business directories locally as well that you might take advantage of, including the chambers listed in here. And making changes, Black-owned business listings, that's a new one that was just added recently. Lots of government resources, so these are all really, we looked at them to make sure that they were very accurate and reliable resources. FedDev, Ontario's secondary market research service, you can actually get free market research through the government. Who knew? So lots of great resources to check out. And now you're wondering what library card is right for me. If you live, work, or study in Barrie, you can get a library card. Even if you own property, you can get a library card. Living in Oro-Medonte, you can get a library card. If you attend or work at Georgian College, you can also get a library card. As a reciprocal borrower through Orillia or Midland, living proper in Orillia or Midland, with a library card at either of those libraries, you can get a Barrie Public Library card. We have an online form to get a library card, so you do not need to visit the library to be able to get a library card. This is a listing of the programs and appointments that we offer. We offer a Business Plan Basics series, learning how to start a business and prepare a business plan with the Small Business Center, as well as our Learning Lab series, where we bring in guest speakers focused on small businesses. Also, as I'd mentioned, you can book a one-to-one appointment with me to go over any of the resources. That could be something from our database, just getting some research help. Maybe we don't have the information, but I can help you find it out there somewhere as well. Now, just my contact information, the most important part. So if you want to call or email, you can call the library and just search myself in the directory, or email me, and I welcome any questions at all, and definitely don't mind helping with research. Again, as I'd mentioned, for those people who don't have access to being able to get a library card. And once again, I do thank the Barrie Chamber for offering me this opportunity to be able to speak about the library resources for entrepreneurs. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you at the library, virtually or in person.